So we were living in Darwin, doing my last year of training in Darwin, and we had an interest in healthcare in rural areas, I guess, but I've always from Sydney, lived and grew up in Sydney, but realised in Darwin that maybe not going back to Sydney was a good idea, and a job came up basically in Dubbo as a specialist, and they're hard to get in Sydney, and I thought the opportunities that I could get early on in Dubbo far outweighed the ones that would be available in Sydney, and battling away in Sydney for years to try and get a similar position, and we decided to come here and check it out. And there was no job for Melinda, but yeah, that seemed to work itself out as well.
So what did you think about that idea when it first came up, Melinda?
Look, I think it's safe to say I was pretty hesitant about it. I had not been to Dubbo except for a weekend before. James had been here as a junior doctor, so I'd come and done the zoo and then gone back home. So when the idea arose, I was more anxious than James about it, but James had known two of the other kidney specialists and had a really good time working with them as a junior doctor. So I guess the biggest thing was taking that leap of faith and coming to see how it went.
I think you laughed when I suggested it initially.
No, Dubbo has worked out really well. We're both having an absolute ball. I am enjoying it far more than what I thought I would, and now I just need to convince my family that as well, because they're still a little bit uncertain about us being here. But no, we've really settled into life very, very quickly in Dubbo, and yeah, definitely having a great time.
So what is it about Dubbo that you love?
Do you want to go?
Look, I think firstly work's really good. We both love work at the moment, and for me, the colleagues I work with are all young and dynamic, and I think in a rural area that's actually unusual, but there's a whole bunch of us in our mid to late 30s, so social things are great. So I think, yeah, work certainly for me. And lifestyle, things are just simpler in Dubbo, and we really like that it's 7 minutes to work. You cut back a lot of time that you normally spend in Sydney travelling by actually doing things you want to do. And we've made friends outside of work, and everyone in Dubbo, at work or not, are just really friendly and nice, and yeah, we've really enjoyed that.
Do you feel like you're missing out not living in the city?
No.
That was quick. No, I think I'm surprised how little we feel like we're missing out. When we started here, everyone sold it to us and said, oh look, you can still go back to Sydney, and look, Dubbo's amazingly well serviced, and I think there's 7 flights a day, but and we thought, oh well, we can still do that. But I mean, I haven't been back to Sydney for 6 months until last week, and Min's only been back a couple of times, and we've had a lot of visitors, mostly family, because again, our family come out here and spend a week, and actually we get better quality time with them that way than if we went to Sydney. And yeah, there's nothing really in Sydney that I miss,
No.
other than family.